Hi everybody, Yarn Fairy here with yarn. Not really. Actually, I got a lot of finished objects. Da-da-da. I don't know if I showed you guys this one. This is my bugga. German Colors Mushy. What's the difference? I can't remember. Anyway, I finally have socks. I need to find the ends. I don't know what I did with it because it's too tight. I guess it's been a while since I made a pair of socks because I didn't know what I was doing. Then I took my toe footsies, leftovers. Ow, ow, ow. Good thing this thing doesn't weigh much. And I made a cute little cup. Isn't that cute? It's just a little thing. Didn't want to mess with beads or anything. The reason why I have all this extra stuff is because a million years ago I entered the Toe Footsie Challenge. This was for beaded lace or something, and this one was for, I forget, it's been a long time. But yeah, I opened up all those and made the pretty band, and then this is just a twisted spiraling cable. And why tofu? Probably because I couldn't believe it when I looked through my stuff and couldn't find any tofu for anybody. And yeah, they stole my book, but you know what? That's not a nice feeling. So I finally got rid of that feeling. I had this book idea, ran it through, and I had been their test knitter, and all of a sudden they produced it, and I was kind of just floored. Anyway, they also have this thing called power stripes that they put out for it, and power stripes are evidently long color changing yarn. I was only able to find a couple of them, but isn't this pretty? You can't really tell. There's green, yellow, black, and like a turquoise and teal. Their yarn's very marled. It always comes out that way. But the whole thing about this is I really need to get my close people, into socks that fit in their boots or high heels or whatever it is that they wear. You guys probably remember this better than I do. I think it's called Peacock. The Peacock set. And it's because that's the name of this color. I love it. It's so pretty. Somebody said something about my scarf last week, so I thought I'd wear another one. Where'd they go? Got everybody sitting right here so that I would remember. And they're gone. There's gloves, as you all know, because it's a set. And I love this one. It's got this spiral pinwheel, and it's got the star shape going on. Really cool hat. Okay, now in addition to those, I brought you Bennett. I love Bennett. This glove was the first one that I ever did, and I just love how feminine it is. Little tight twisty cables and this bony fishbone, and then these little things that I designed. Blows my mind when I look back and I know that this is an original thing that I did by myself. Like, that's not the thing. I wake up almost every day now because of the disease, and I think it is anyway, I have like 5 design ideas, and I'm hard pressed to get one down. This morning I got this one. What is it with the 8-wedge shawls? Holy mackerel, you guys. So, you know, they change into socks. Disease. They change into gloves. If you're careful, you can make a cowl, and you can make, I was thinking, a triangular shawl, but the thing is I need this wedge because this thing starts off small and gets larger, and it's like the whole thing is overall this this design. And the design is just amazing. I was thinking for a minute, not sure if I'll do this to you guys or not, of actually making crocheted eyelet around it, because that's what was happening. Either that or maybe just make it in the lace. It's a little harder, I know, because I just tried it on something else. This thing must be mulling. I wonder if they'll all come back. Wouldn't that be fun if all the designs came back and this one had just finished, you know? So this is Ireland and Scotland. I'm not sure why. Probably because my husband found out that he's part Irish. Something happened. He loves these socks, and so he wears them a lot. That's interesting. It's not on that one. We just went through and mothed everything. I swear I need to take stock and there we go. See that? I do not understand why it split so much, unless I was just knitting really loose that day. But he says they're very uncomfortable now, so I'm going to have no idea where my yarn is for this sock. And I'm not dying more, but I'm going to take this, go to the inside, which the stockinette side is the inside for me, because I like to put the pearls outside so that they don't feel like they're walking on rice. And he knows that, so he came to me and he said, "Is this what you mean by getting thin?" So, speaking of socks, all my new patterns, all the Killer Bunny, the Kitties, the Rain Wilds, all the new colorwork patterns, all of them are coming out with what I'm calling my elongated heel. I had always had like increases before the short row heel, standard short row over many more stitches, made it easier to get into. But my husband, he's 6'2", and for some reason he's got this massive floor to ankle bone. So I started making him a pair of hose, kilt hose that he could wear at the Scottish festival. No big deal just yet, because like I say, I do all the purling down at the bottom. It looks like I've got something going. Oh yeah, that was the back. I've had to rip these out. You know me, I don't rip. So let's see. There it is. It shows up as a little blip here, a little bubble. So there's the heel. There's the bubble. And I'm about to get into patterning. And the pattern starts off as K2P2 with a twist, and then it goes into a much larger cable, because let's face it, Wendy doesn't do anything small. There you can kind of see it. So what this is just this extension to give him a little bit of height. So while working on this, he said, "Sure would be nice if you could make it more like our tartans," because you know he wears the tartan kilt, and I bought him boots, hat. You know, we all used to dress up. I can't anymore. I can't even go, but where did it go? Anyway, there's a skein of red somewhere around here. It's going in here, and I'm just going to do a little color with braid at the top. Hopefully it'll look good, and all will be well. Speaking about all of the Killer Bunny, etc., this is the Grapevine hat complete kit. I have, did I bring those? I have another kit coming out soon, and it's the Grapevine Socks. And I found these, another one of those whoopee situations. I found these, I paid way too much for them, and paid way too much for shipping, because it's like far away, and they're not exactly right. I need a grape cluster for that sock. And oh dear me, are these leaves? No. I don't check things all the time. I'm kind of weird that way. Okay, so they were supposed to be just the green color. They're grape clusters. They are grape clusters. So I am going to be putting together that kit and getting it out. I'm late by a day or two. MacBud. Gee, I thought I had everything out for you guys. So I recently came, yeah, I can't see anymore. Recently came into contact with a new, to me, wow is right, baby, knitting ruler. It's so cute. It's a sheep hound. 1, 2, we're counting sheep. So I have these, and then I have these really cool, very inexpensive hooks on a keyring. And I thought, that's great for putting on your purse and picking up drop stitches. I forever have drop stitches. Don't know why, but I do. We be dropping, yes indeed, we be dropping everything you need. These are the leaves for the socks. Stuff for cross stitch, which I'm not talking about. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. So I've been thinking about making a little book covered with either paper or fabric in which we could put stuff like needles and hooks and good garbage. I want to find the zippered pockets and stuff. If anybody does any scrapbooking, I got a duplicate shipping, and these need a new home. At the same place where I buy the everything, really, I found this great notebook that you could like keep in your purse as you go along. This is for drafting your ideas. You have graph paper, then you have lined paper for writing down more thoughts about your idea, and then if you wanted to, you could paint it on the empty pages. The best thing about this book is they're all put into the signature of elastic so that these can come out. Isn't that cool? I love this thing. Comes in different sizes and colors. Let me know if you want one. Water. Okay, so I didn't even show you. Let's start over there. Ha! Start. My eyeball. My eyeball. My eyeball's coming out. Okay, at least Mrs. stopped screaming at me. This is my son's LAFD t-shirt quilt. Very hard. I had no idea. You have to cut out the pieces. You have to iron fusible onto the back, like an interfacing, and then you have still ruffles when you sew them together so that you have to use a walking foot. Bit of learning experience. Did it the first time, hated it, tore it up, and now I'm doing it second time with a little bit more resting areas for the eyes because I had all the t-shirts just sort of slammed in there. I knew I didn't want to make them out of, sashing and stuff. So, finish it up. This is Mario's Queen Sex Couture and Wally. I can't get it in a cup. From 2012. I don't know if it's been published. I tried to find out and got yelled at for saying something about something. I don't know what. If anybody knows how to get me to be able to share this, gee, I think I might have thrown the first page away. I need to find out if it's been published. That's what I need. It's 2012 and it was for the Queen's birthday, anniversary, something like that. This is I love this thing, you guys. I could live in it. I have been living in it. It's a cotton knit nightgown. I used to sew these for my sewing business years ago, and it's been quite the learning experience to remember, which is stupid because I should remember. Anyway, it's got hem, Clooney lace on here and on here, and then I went ahead and dyed it my favorite color, of course. So next up, I'm making something I hope that I can actually wear outside. This one, that's the lining, and you'll note the light color is the inside. It's longer because I'm going to make a bra shelf casing right here. And then I'm probably going to do something here because I made it too big. I'm making my own patterns. The next thing I need to do is put this on, And it also needs sleeves. And I'm a little afraid of putting matchy-matchy over here when I have to put the matchy-matchy down the, because I just had a little bit of this stuff, and so it's over. Let me know what you think. yarnfairy1@gmail.com. This sewing has been so much fun. My daughter lost her Whoopi and her baby Dolly. This is Whoopi. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for Google Lens. The first time I found this, I started to cry. But then I couldn't get in touch with the person to make the purchase. Then I cried harder. By the time I was done with Google Lens, right-click on any picture on the net, it will scan all the pictures on the internet and tell you where to get it. Isn't that amazing? I love that about it. Anyway, yeah, now I've got two. So I'll be making them, and she'll probably need one in the middle of the night, just like we needed one, because she wouldn't go to sleep without Whoopi and Dolly. And Dolly's gone too, so I'm trying to remake her. That's a little bit harder. I liked this border here with all of this. It just, and it's bees. I love bees right now. There are so many panels out there that I can't make up my mind which one to buy. So I've gone into that stagnant, I'm not buying anything. Let's just let it stagnate. This, can you see it? You can hear it. It's 100% cotton velvet, so I guess it's called velveteen. Not real sure about this stuff. What did I do? I killed something. And I knocked you guys sideways. Okay. So, water. Water, water, water. Rosie's behind me. Can you see her? Can't really see her. I'm going to tip you up a little. Close your eyes if you get seasick. There's Rosie. And there's Sheepums. I'm going to... Oh, here's the red for the kill toes. Jeez, you guys, I'm a mess. I really thought I had enough air and everything. That's what I should have done. Remind me next time to turn up my air. Oh, would have made everything so much easier. Here's kitties at play. Aren't they cute? Gray and orange tabbies with purple and green. And the kitties are playing. They have their friends. They've got fish and yarn balls. But they had to have needles because that's our logo. And what did I make yesterday? Something terribly cute that I was like, there's a mouse. It's a mouse. There's a mouse. And then I have a bunch of kitties that are tall and a bunch of, maybe only a couple kitties that are short, so that we can play with them and put them in different places and do different things with them. Very exciting, that. Killer bunnies for the socks. I went with turquoise and black. Now I'm going to alternate. I couldn't think last night, and so I couldn't think where I wanted to go. I think I'm doing color block, but I'm really not sure. I love my killer bunnies. How awesome are they? And they're killer because some of them are aggro, and some of them are just cute with their little palms. And that comes in the kit, as well as all the beads and the furry stuff. I've got directions on how to make these, or to duplicate stitch them, or whatever you want. We go into rolling in clover because we have to. That's what I did. I think I made hearts. I was trying to make the sole. I was going to make the sole of the sock be busy, but now I'm not sure. Oh, no, I showed you the feet first. Feet came first. This is, I think I showed you guys this last time. I just love him so much that you have to see him again. This is Rocky Kaki for my D-sized oxygen. Isn't he cute? He's got a little handle so that I can grab him and run out to the garage. Okay, I don't run anymore. Real quick, not going to talk about this. My first PT appointment. is on Friday, and I can't wait because I've been untreated all this time and it's just ravaging my body. It's all down the left side. You can tell I'm not myself. Probably a good thing to be. So, pretty things. I need a section called Pretty Things. This is my Princess House crystal coasters. I didn't want to leave them out on the table my whole life because the box was heinous. And you had to keep it in the box or else, you know, somebody's going to break them. So, I made this nifty box. It's got really nifty legs and a little open thingamahooch. And I went off on the next piece because the next piece had to be made to corral our remotes. So we've got a tall box in the back, which has a butterfly. And look! It's a bookmark from one of our cows that I can't remember. And they've got corner protectors to keep it from doing anything bad. And then it's got all the pens and papers and my knife. Holy cow, you guys. This thing, I took out stock. It's just, and it's got a belt clip. It's so bright. I love this knife. I use it all the time. Didn't get very far in my nutcrackers, but at least they're gessoed, most of them. Most of them. And I think most of you know about this. I'm so bad that I won't buy myself the piece de resistance. What I buy myself is the bottom of the barrel. So this thing is a coffee cup, teacup for me. It's glass, metal, enameled with rhinestones. You can find this. Uh-oh. It's weird, nothing ever breaks on me. You can find this without the rhinestones, with just 3 little places where it's been painted, without the beautiful spoon, probably. I don't remember. But you can find it for as low as $10. I paid something like $35 or $40 because I really just, I mean, come on. It's me. It's blue and green and has butterflies and bling. That's me. Okay, so on this sewing quest, I'm not sure if I can do it, but I'm going to try to take the yoke part of this and make a cotton knit, non-fitted, because I can't have fitted, shirt. And then over top of that, I'm going to place my linen, which is going to be dyed. This one, that one, this one. It'll probably come up a little bit in the back. And then the sleeves will be linen with facing on the cotton knit. And I'm either going to put a little tiny ruffle, or I'm probably going to replace this with embroidery. Fun, right? I hope it's fun and not one of those things. You know, that thing where you can't even do it because, holy cow. Did you guys know what stuff looks like? There's another box in there. Cal has been opened, but I have not started shipping because I have to dye. Anyway, this is what it looks like when I have a lot of freebies. These are the pillow slips, all packaged up and ready to go. These are all the cards. That one's a shaker. Fortunate few gonna get shakers. I love this set. It's so pretty. And then I made all of those things that I showed you guys last time. And we're... How do I... Oh, by the way, I've been making books. I'm binding like crazy people. Or maybe I'm binding like a crazy people. So it's like got all these stitch markers on a large and then on a smaller one. And then... Da, 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 because once was enough, you had to have it 3 times. Crazy. I've been in here in the craft room for, I got up at 4:30. 4 or 5 hours now. I had so much fun. I've always wanted to make labels. Forgive me, it's cross stitch. For my cross stitch kits. And so this is what they're getting. Isn't that cute? They're just so much fun to make. Once I figured out the design, it only took me like 30 minutes to make all the rest of them. Very pleased with it. Okay. I didn't talk about crazy quilting. That velvet that I have, I'm going to dye fat quarters into all different sizes. Makeup, I forgot. I don't usually use this because I've got an eye disease, which is getting operated on the 2nd of June. Anyway, crazy quilting. A good friend of mine sent me a link to share a Craftsy class by Allie Ayler. It's so good. And you know me, purple, blue, and green, heavy on the saturates. Peacock. Peacock. I know what I'm doing already. I already know how to make stuff, but I'm crazy. And so I wanted to find like a cross stitch magazine. I'm sorry, you guys, it's really bugging me now. A cross stitch magazine. No. A crazy quilt magazine. And you know, they just killed it. So I went out and got I Love Embroidery or something like that. I don't know. But I was able to find some older magazines off of eBay and a bunch of books and stuff too. Judith Baker Montana, I believe is her name, Montano. She's amazing. Anyway, these, I have millions of hankies. Like ancient hankies. Like I didn't know what to do. I still won't use them. I won't use them. Who's going to put one of those antique 1950s hankies on their bed? Seriously. Who? Not me. This one, the photo looks a little dark, but each one of those blocks is different. And in this magazine, they had a thing where everybody made the same block, sent it to the editors, put the pictures in. How fun is that? So every month for a year, they did that. You can actually print the different motifs. Okay, I'm going on and on and on. I'm sorry, you guys. I know you're not into this. One last thing. My girlfriend and I decided to keep us motivated that we were going to make a block, then come together and embroider it. And we do that on Wednesdays at 11. So don't call me then, because I'm always busy. Aren't they cute? Those are my lilacs from out front and my yellow rose. I showed you my yellow rose, right? Maybe I showed it to the floss tubers. The first rose of the season. I think that's it. There's always something hanging out on the floor that I forgot. Okay, I'm done. Now I get to go put the mess away. It took me 2 hours to bring it in here. Have a great day. Bye.